So I've already created 3 of the sheets, and I have the layout sort of set. Masonry, the steel structure, the precast structure details, and the last one is the mass timber. I'm going to rename this timber instead of timer. Okay. I'm going to go to that sheet. So I haven't yet brought the details in, and I will start by doing this in the order that I want them to be numerically. Mass timber wall section will be the first one. And I'm going to bring it sort of so it's, maybe about half an inch or so from this cropping window to the border. And I'm going to bring in, I have to rename all of these timber, not timer, but timber. Section at column, bring that in. The first plan will be the reflected ceiling plan detail going here. And the next one, to keep them in order, would be the mass timber column directly below the reflected ceiling plan in the corner, at the corner of the sheet. All right, so you may find it easier to do all the manipulating of these, especially these sections, directly in the sheet. So I'm going to double click here and click here, expand this window and repeat that process like so. Bring this one down, bring this one up. Now, this one only has 3 parts to it. The other 2 sheets had 4, so they're a little bit more difficult to, what do I mean by that? 1 window, 2, 3, and 4, because I always want to get the floor and how it meets the sort of wall condition. And then, there's more complexity here to the foundation system. So cancel, back here. So anyway, you can go to the view itself and manipulate things, or you may find it's easier to just do them in this place. So, okay. So I'm going to start to squeeze this down and move these up. Squeeze this down, move it up until everything fits on the sheet. And again, I may have to revise this again later. For these datum lines, I'm going to pull them to the edge of the cropping window. And same thing here. There's a little bit more detail here than I really need. I'm going to move these up, bring these cropping windows down a little bit. This particular sheet has a little bit more space for notations and whatever's needed. Unclick out of everything and bring this title up here. Try to be consistent with where it's located relative to the bottom border. Unclick, click again on the window here. Oops. Always a little tricky to pick it in the right spot to get that tail to show. Okay. So again, this cropping window will be closed, and so we won't see those lines overlapping. For this one, I'm going to start by bringing it up a little bit, and I'm going to try to align it with the datums. And then I can start manipulating it. I'm going to bring this down to the same height. And I will do the same thing I was doing on the other side. This down, so I have one gap, have a second one. Then I'll just try to match these. This one here. Again, I'm trying to like align them across. And for this last one at the bottom, I'm going to use this move tool here to bring it up. So level 1 tracks across there. And I'll raise this up a little bit. This one doesn't matter so much. I'm going to click on the column line and bring that up. This top of footing will probably be eliminated at some point. Double click outside here and then bring in the detail titled. Okay, then I can begin working on these plan details. I can bring the column line in a little bit. And same thing up here, I can pull this in and okay. Okay. Almost ready with this one. One more to go. Again, I'm going to pull these in so they should align with the cropping window. This one, we can move this up and pull the tail in. This one needs to move over to the left so the column line aligns. Sometimes you have to double click on, some things only a single click. Okay. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much takes care of this last sheet. Just going to move them up a little bit. Okay, and that's it.